You're on the 4-hour?
Yeah, I'm on the daily time frame.
Oh,
You can see it, daily time frame. 1D. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to mark up the highs and lows. Okay. So I come here. Where's and this? I'm only interested in this section right here that you see right here, from here over. Right. So what I want to do is I want to come over here and mark up the chart. So I'm going to put that's the low right there, right? That's the low. And the highs up here, right? So far so good.
So that's all good.
All right. So this is what we're calling this is the daily support line, right? Daily support here, because that's where the floor is right here, right? Daily support, and up here is called the resistance support, right? Daily resistance. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how we can look at this to help us with our trades. Okay. So this is like a weekly forecast of gold, right? We're looking for a weekly forecast. So this is what we're gonna call this. This is a weekly forecast of gold. Okay. This is for week of 5/1, right? Today, May 1st. All right. So now what you want to do is you want to come in here and find the halfway point. Where would the halfway point be? Well, where's a nice area where there's not a bunch of candles? Well, right here. See this nice little rejection right there? This is a nice little rejection area right here. See that right there? Boom. Okay. So this here is daily resistance and support. So I'm gonna put daily SNR, right? Because it's daily resistance, and the reason why is because it's showing resistance right here, right? This is resistance right here, right? But what is it showing over here? It's showing support, right? This is support over here, right? See that? Because it's showing support on this line there. And over here, it's showing resistance. So it could be what I mean, and or, because
okay, I see what you're saying.
it could be both. It could play both sides of the field, you see what I'm saying?
If it breaks that structure, then
right.
it will look.
Right, exactly. So we got to make sure that we understand that. That's a major thing we need to understand. All right, so that's right there, because this here, right? This is a little structure here, right? The structure there, and then you see that it dropped here, right? It dropped there, and this one here is up, right? See how it's up? I can turn it up. It's up. So when it plays both, and it's good when it plays both sides of the field, that's even better because that's a key level. See, when you get daily support and resistance, that's a key level. So we want to make sure that we understand that, because when we go to the lower time frames and look for the crosses, that's what we want to look for. And see, we only want to enter on key levels and crossovers and retests. We don't want to enter no place else. If we don't see it, we don't take it. Okay, so we got that so far, right? So I didn't draw. So now what I could do is I can draw a trend line. I can draw a trend line here, right? The trend line from here to here. Trend line, grab trend line, connect 2 points right here, like that, right? 2 points right there, right? Boom. And then I can come down here and draw another trend line right here. 2 points from here to here, right? Like that. See that? So now I have a little direction of what's happening. See? All right. So this we got so far. We got the trend lines. We got our daily support right there, right? So I'm gonna come here and I'm going to put some arrows here. This would have been an area of interest right there, right? Going up. And this is an area of interest going down up here, this big one up here, right? This guy up here. To that. There, right? To that. Area of interest right there. Okay, so we got that. All right. So do you have any questions on what we marked up so far?
Draw the trend line. You're saying we just need 2 points to connect.
Right. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 points to connect a trend line. Remember, because what does it take to connect a line? 2 points, right? The more points you have, the better it is, but you just need 2 points. So I've got a daily trend line, I got a daily support line, and we can put this in here too, so we'll know, because when we go to the lower time frames, we're gonna need to know that, you see. So I'm gonna come over here and write These are daily trend lines. So I'm gonna put it here, daily TL trend line, okay? And I'm gonna put another one here so no. These are daily trend lines, okay? We need to make sure that we know that because we're gonna need that when we do our analysis. So I've simply quickly marked up support resistance, key level. Key level again is when you have when price is playing on a line more times. See, hit, 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 and hit here too. See how I came back to hit it? It hit here too. So our thinking that it should be going up, right? Because it hit here, hit here, should be going up to this trend line here. You see, so so now I'm gonna flip it down to a 5-minute time frame, a lower time frame, so we can look at it, right? All right. Now remember, I'm gonna go back to the daily so we can understand. The yellow lines are daily support lines. The yellow trend lines are daily trend lines. Those are the higher ones. And what is the overall trend of gold right now? Like right now?
So I was still, well, it made its way down to that. Was that support trend? So would you still say it's on a downward trend?
It still says on downward trend, right? I agree with you. It still says on downward trend. And if you need more proof, go to weekly. See, it's still downtrend. So we know that the overall trend of gold is bearish. So we need to make sure we understand that. Gold is bearish overall, right? So we want to make sure that we understand that. Because this is going to help us take trades. All right, gold is bearish. So with that in mind, I save it, lock it here, save it. All right, I'll save it. I jump down to the 5-minute time frame, and now I'm gonna look for entries. Actually, let's go to the 1-hour time frame for a second. Let's go to 1-hour time frame. Now, remember these other little green and yellow ones are the Asian sessions and New York sessions that had. You don't have to have that on there, but I just had it on there because I like to know what's going on with stuff. All right, so now we've got the. Wait, before I do that, let's go back to the daily time frame for a second. Do you have any questions on what we marked up here on a daily time frame?
That makes sense.
Any questions? I want you to have this cold, 100%. No
So
doubts.
On the trend line now, tell me what's the rationale for having the trend lines?
Okay, trend line tells me what the trend is.
Right.
So I want to see what the trend is. So I've got a line coming up this way, right? That shows me a little bit of a trend going up, and I see I can connect it here like this. So this is kind of like making a flag pattern, like a pattern. So if price comes up to here and it does not break, it's going to come down here and I'm going to take a sell here. So if I wait, I can wait till price comes up here on the daily time frame. That might take a couple of days, right? But if price comes up here on the daily time frame, then I'm looking to take it down. So what I do is I want to look to see where price is on the 5-minute time frame based on that trend line. And where is that? It's kind of far away, right? Because remember, on the daily time frame, how many days you think it's going to take to get up here?
Yeah, it would be a lot, possibly a week.
A week, right. So a week. So on the 5-minute time frame, it's going to be slow. So that's kind of where I want to have. I want to see where price hits the trend line. So if I come to the 1-hour time frame just for a second, here's my look at the 1-hour time frame. All right, 1-hour time frame. How far is the 1-hour time frame from a daily trend line? Going up or down? It's not that far away, right? So if when price opens up today, and if it comes all the way down to this trend line, then there's a possibility that it could bounce back up because it could be a trend line bounce. So it's a possibility that it could come here, right? And if it doesn't break this, it had to break and close below this. Remember, this is a daily trend line. This is a daily support zone, if you remember.
So to
So
consider it as a break, you would look for
right.
above or below.
Right. So if it breaks this, if it breaks the trend line, great. If it breaks this daily support line and it comes back up to retest it, then I'm taking it down. I'm taking this down. It's gonna be a sell.
You get a break and a retest.
It's probably gonna go a while because it broke and closed below a daily support. Right. If I go to the weekly time frame, if it breaks this, remember this is 1877, so this is the daily support zone is playing support and resistance on the weekly time frame. See that? So look at this candle hit right here. If price breaks and closes below 1877.97, it's going to go down to the next resistance, which is somewhere down here someplace. But if it breaks and closes here, then I know I'm taking it down. That's my clue of taking it down. But I don't know that yet, so that's why I draw the trend lines and the support lines to see what's going on. What happened when price got up here?
Rejected.
It rejected, right? It rejected right here. So, and it came back down, and look where it hit. It hit right on the support line that we had here earlier, right? To where it is now.
The key is to wait for the retest.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for the retest. So the reason why the trend lines were drawn is because I want to see what the overall trend is and how prices doing on the larger time frames. So now I want to jump down to a 1 hour time frame, right? And now I want to see what's going on with this now. So now, since remember I had these are daily resistance and support zones. So now I can come in here, they're yellow. So now I can come in here with a white one and say, well, where was the last high? This was last week, right? This New York session right here. This was the New York session last week. So if I want to look at the last week was the what day was that? That was 22nd, right? 22nd. So I want to draw a line on the 22nd. 22nd. 24th, 22nd, 22nd. 22nd. 21st right there. 21st was Saturday. 22nd is what we want. 22nd. 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 Right. 22nd will be right here. Now it's Asian session. 22nd. Oh wait, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong one. Not me. I'm sorry. I need April. April 24th. See, April 24th is what I want. April 24th is what I want. April 24th should be here. Here we go, right here. So this is the beginning of the week right here, right? Beginning of last week. And this is the end of last week. Right there, right? Right here. This one I don't need. I don't know what this one was. This one here. All right, so this is the week that we just had, right? And now the week is coming up. This is the week coming up, right? So remember, the yellow lines are daily trend lines or daily support lines, okay? All right, so far so good?
Yep.
Okay, so remember I go to the daily time frame, right? And I had this line down there. Now I could draw this line a little lower because that's the wick. See the wick right there? I put it right there. Right there. Because that's where that low is right there. This candle right here, this little green candle. Let's line up. Let's put it right on the wick. So when I come to the 1 hour time frame, you see how it's matched up perfectly. See that? See that?
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so this is our week here. This is the last week. This was last week. So I'm going to use last week to help me trade this. What did we say the overall
Downward trend.
downward trend, right? So what you could do is you can start drawing some lines here. I'm gonna use a white line. Here's a white line here. That's the high of last week. Is that right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the high of last week. High, HOW, high of week. And where's the low of the week? Here. Right? Right, but it's right at the daily support line. All right.
Right.
So we got two winners here. If I come here and put a white line here, what does that tell you? That the weekly, the hourly support is lining up with the daily support. That's beautiful, right? This is beautiful here. The H1 and D1 low are equal, right? Are the same. That's good to know, because if it breaks and closes below the daily and the hour, we're taking a sell. That's going to be our proof. You see? All right, so I got these here, and now I want to see what's going on. Now I got this here, so now let's jump down to the 5-minute time frame and see what we got here. Now remember, you gotta remember now. Keep this in mind now. Keep this in mind here. The white is the hour time frame. Let me go back over here and put this up so I can see, because it's going to get kind of, it's not going to get messy, but it's going to get kind of advanced. So I want you to catch it. All right. The white line is what? White line is daily and H1 low, right? That's important. That's here. Remember, it's on top of each other. You can see, I'm putting it right here so I can see it.
Okay.
Because when I jump down to the lower time frame, remember, lower time frame is going to give us more information. Okay, now what do we got? So now I'm on the lower time frames now, right? And look at this. This line here is a trend line, right? It's a trend line because it's going the other way. Trend line. So that's an hour. That's a daily trend line. If it bounces off a daily trend line, it's going the other way. And what do we have here? This is the what do we have? So we can come here and mark this down on a 5-minute time frame. You see? Right. So this here is the H1 and D1 support. That's important, because this is the area that we're in right now. There, see? This is a trend line daily support. Sorry, daily, this is D1 trend line. D1 trend line, TL for that, okay? So now we sit back and wait, okay? Sit back and wait. Okay. So now let's put our indicators on. Let's put the SMAs on, right? Okay, so now where are we at now? Remember, the red is the 200. I'm sorry, the 800. I'm sorry. Yellow is the 200. Orange is the 13, and the white's 50. So you see that there was a cross right here, right? See the cross right here? Right here. See the cross right there? And here? So when this cross came here, you'd have taken it down to where we are now. And then what is it doing now? It's sitting on the 800. You see that? There, see that?
And 800 is a major.
There's a red, right? The red. The 800 is the mother load of everything. The mother is the 800. The father is the 200, and the children are the 13 and 50. So if it comes down here, it's hitting support right now. So this is support at the 800. So it's a little support line here. It created a little bitty support line here. See that?
So on the 5-minute.
Right. Exactly. 5-minute support, right? Of 800 EMA.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Any questions?
So on the 5-minute, it's going to flex energy.
Say it again. I can hear you. Say it again. I didn't hear you.
1 second.
Okay. Okay. I didn't hear you.
Okay, so on the 5 minute then, right?
Yes. Yes.
More than likely, because we're still in a downward trend.
Right.
Market
Right. Yep. Still in downward trend. Yep.
still don't know exactly what's going to happen once the market opens.
Okay.
But
Well,
on the 5 minute, it's possible that you're going to get a counter. Let's see, it's going to bounce off the 800.
right. So yes. Go
More
ahead.
to break that, it's going to be really tough, right?
Yeah.
So more than likely, you're going to get a retest.
Okay. So let's do this here. So we see that it's bounced off 800. So now I can come in here and put a 5-minute trend line here like this. See that? So now this is a 5-minute trend line. Okay. So hold on. This is a this here, right? This is a 5-minute trend line here. So it's still in a downtrend. So what I would do when the market opens up at 6 is there's a couple things you can do. If price, let's go here for a second. And let me draw a line here. All right. Actually, let me see if I can do this. I tried to do this earlier. This here. If price comes here, actually, before I do it, let me go over here so I can have some room here. I need some room. Okay, that's our 5-minute support line of 800 EMA. I come here, right? If price comes down here, right? Breaks this and retests this line, then I'm taking it down to the daily trend line. See that? Does that make sense?
I have to remember the retest because I tend to think it wasn't gold. It
Right here.
bounces off. No, I'm looking for it to continue going up, but it's just a retest.
Right. So if it breaks this 800 and comes back to retest the 800, I'm taking it down to the trend line, the daily trend line. That's one scenario. But what happens if it does this? If it goes this way, right? And it retests the 800 here with this support line here, then I'm taking it to the 5-minute trend line here. See that?
Sorry, can you go over that part again? What's the difference?
Yeah, hold on. Let me I'm going to delete this line here a second. Go back over there again. Delete this line. Okay, this line here, right there. Okay. Does the retest of it going down make sense?
Yep, I got the retest going down.
Okay. 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 So now, go ahead.
I was gonna say.
Okay. Okay. So if you get a retest, if you get a break of the, actually, let me write that in there so makes sense to us. So this is what I want you to see. If I get a break and retest, if I get a break / retest of the 5-minute support of 800 EMA, then I want to sell it down to the daily 1 trend line. Okay, make sense? That's the going down. Now, what about going up? Well, here's the up part. Ready for the up part? If it comes here and it retests the 5-minute support 800 AMA, I'm taking it all the way to the 5-minute trend line. That's my TP. That makes sense? That makes sense?
So basically, okay, gotcha.
So let me write that again. So And this is below, remember, below. If I get a break and retest of the 5-minute support below, or retest of the 5-minute below, remember below, it has to be below, this is below, right below. But then this is the same thing over here too, right? If I get a break / retest of the 5-minute support of 800 EMA above, let me put this in so you can see above. The key is above and below. That's the key. Gotta remember that.
Got it.
Below. Then I want to buy up to the 5-minute trend line. Because it could go further, right? It could go further, right? But at least here, at least I want to buy up to there. If it breaks and closes above the 5-minute trend line, then I put another entry in and keep going. You see? So that's kind of how you want to trade gold. If you want to trade gold, when gold opens up, this is what you're going to do. It's going to do one of these two things. It has to do upside or downside. But the key is it has to break and close above the 800. If it closes, it's already above the 800 already. And it could just take, it could fly up, right? Could just fly up, right? When the market opens up, it could just fly up, boom, like that, right? Then it won't do anything we have. It just shoots it to the moon. But this is the safe way. We can't worry about that. What happens if the market opens up and just shoots all the way like this?
All right.
Then no control over that, but it's going to have to come down. So this is how it looks if it does the safe thing. Okay. Does that make sense here? Do you have any questions on if I get a break and retest above or below?
Got that. So the key is to wait for a closing candle.
Yes, the key is to wait for a closing candle. That is so important because if we don't wait for we have to wait. Key is the key. Key is we must wait for a closing candle. We have to wait for that. We cannot, if we don't do this, then we're just shooting ourselves in the foot.
And
must wait.
For that entry, then would you say that would be looking at the 5-minute chart for that?
Yes. This is a 5-minute. This is a 5-minute entry because we're trading on the 5-minute chart. Yeah. Now, if you want to trade on a higher time frame over here, then we got to look at the 15-minute time frame. But 5-minute time frame is good for gold because we're scalping. Remember, scalping is get in, getting out, getting in, getting out.
How many pips would that be from up to that 5-minute trend line?
I think they do it's points. I want to say, but let's see, from here to here. At 100 pips in gold, it's not bad.
Oh wow,
that's not bad. That's pretty good. If you did a 0.10 on that, that's gonna be, I want to say $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, $100, $1 pip.
That's damn good.
Yeah, that's 0.10. So if the market opens up in 3 hours and you get this movement, then you could do that. Or take it down, right? This is take a while, but look at it. This is 128 pips. 0.10, $126. It's not bad. You can have $126 before the 9 o'clock hour, right?
Yeah.
That might take a while. It might take a while to get there because it might move around because the market moves kind of weird on Sundays. But that's kind of what we're looking for. Because remember, what could happen? What could happen with this? We want to be mindful of what could happen. See, what could happen is this. See, we could be
break above or below.
Right. See, now we got a nice little pattern here. See, because if it breaks down here, then what was that? See, this is the support level here. So if it breaks this here, then you want to take it all the way down here. See, if it breaks down here, then you want to come down here. See, come down here to the support level here. Where is it at there?
Those breaks again. You're looking for candles to close.
Right. See down here. See that? That'd be beautiful. because this remember this is a daily trend line. If it break and close below the daily trend line, then it's coming down to the hour and D1 support. Then you're looking for it to bounce up at that point. You see.
And then in that video, you were speaking about taking multiple positions.
Yes.
Like, when would you take, if you don't close out a trade, I mean, clearly move your stop loss so that you secure whatever profit.
Yes. So if you jump into a trade here, so let's say you jump into a trade here, this is your entry level here, this trade here, then you want your stop loss to be 20 or 30 pips below the entry. So if I got in here, I would want my stop loss to be somewhere down here somewhere. Depending on, depending on your so you can come here. This is how many pips? 20 pips right there. 20 pips right there. So that 20 pips going this way, and I would want 20 pips going the other way. Stop loss. Like that. So you can do a 20 pip, a 30 pip stop loss, depending on you. I try to do like as many as I can. I like to do like a 40 or 50 pip stop loss. And then this is how many pips is this? That's 30, that's 33, that's good. Because if it takes you out, it's gonna take you out. But if it breaks and closes below, if it does one of these rules here, then most likely prices are gonna, the trade's gonna go in your direction, unless it's doing some weird price action stuff, something, or some news. But there's no news, and it does this on regular basic trading days. If it does one of these two things, and you have a nice 30 or 40 pip stop loss, then your trade will go in your direction. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay. So this is what we're looking at. This is what the market can do right now when it opens up. And then from there, we just kind of play by ear and see. Because this is what it could do. This is what they call forecast, because we don't know what it's going to do. We have an idea of what it could do. So, and we're still looking for the, see, this would be a nice crossover here, right there. So we still wait for a crossover, but if it comes up to here, if it comes up to this trend line right here, then this is rejection. This is going to be a 5-minute trend line rejection right here. See, right here. So this is where you could jump in for a trade. 5-minute trend line rejection. That, see. So since that's a 5-minute trend line rejection, then it's possible that the market could turn around. But remember, we're looking for sells, because remember we said that the overall trend for gold is bearish. So you could just basically wait for a setup. So where it is here, it is kind of retesting the zone here, because this is a support zone here. See, this is a support zone right here. You can see the candle support zone, and look where it is. It's right on the 13, right? It's right on the 13. So if you get a candle that closes below the 13, maybe 2 or 3 candles closing below the 13, then it's a possibility that it could probably drop. But you still gonna have to wait, because remember, when the market opens up, the market has to breathe. So it's going to figure out which way it needs to go. It may have a huge move to the upside, or may have a huge move to the downside. So me personally, I would wait. I like this one better. I like it to come up here, and then I like it to come up here and then reject and come down. Because if it breaks, but if it comes down here and breaks this zone here, this little 5-minute support of the 800 EMA, if it breaks and closes below that, then that's just a better sign for me, because those are sells. The other ones are retracements going to the top. So, I would look at that. And then on top of that, you've got a previous New York session up here. This is a previous New York session right here, right? This right here was last week's New York session, right? Last Friday, this is right here is last Friday New York high, right? So if you know that if it comes up here, then it should shoot down. If it comes up here, if price comes way up here for some strange reason, then it should reject here, and it should get shot down right here, because this is a resistance area up here. See, so even if you wait till the market opens up on Monday, you can see what prices are going to do in this week. And since we're here now, we can kind of get an idea where it's going to go. Because this here is where prices are going to open up right here, someplace here. May 1st, right here. This is where price is going to open up. So when the price opens up here at 6 o'clock, we should be looking to see what's going on with it, you see. But those are our we want to look for key levels. Remember, you want to enter a trade at a key level. So this cross right there would have been perfect for us to get into right there. That cross right here, this would have been a perfect entry right here. Right here would have been a perfect entry right there. This is a nice entry on crosses, right? Because I mean, we got 3 crosses. We got yellow, white, and orange. That's beautiful, right? Remember I was telling you before, if you ever see the white, if you ever see the 100, you see the 13, 15, 200 cross, oh my God. If I see that and I miss a trade, I'm gonna be hitting myself in the head. Because that would have been a nice little trade there, right? That'd have been a trade we won. If we would gotten here, this would have been 130 pips. At the close, this is at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is when the market's getting ready to close. So you can't tell me, oh, you can grab 130 pips when the market closes at 3 o'clock. Come on now, 138 pips when the market closes. Put 0.10 on that, 138 bucks in 2 hours at the market closes at 3 o'clock. That's beautiful. So, and that it gave us a cross at 3 o'clock. So the market gave us that. So I mean, I didn't catch it, but you know, if you're on the charts looking at 3 o'clock, you're like, oh my God, I can get on this trade here.
That's the thing, to be on the chart at that time when those crosses are happening.
Right. That's why one of the reasons why we scout, because we want to look to see where the we want to see where the movement is, where's the liquidity. So I know the liquidity is at 8 o'clock. So here's New York. Here, what happened in New York? We can take a look near. What happened in New York here? Well, I got the cross of 13 in the white, perfect right here, right? Cross right here to downside, right? And then it went down. You can see it went down. So my trend line was here. See that trend line right there? I drew right here. So I drew this trend line right here to here. So I would have taken this trade here when it crossed all the way down. Then I would have waited for a pullback. The pullback came. I mean, you could have gotten the trade right here too, because it closed below the 50. So these little arrows are places where you could have gotten a trade. Now, remember, you don't have to always wait for a crossover. Long as it's closing below the 50, that's another trade right there. And then the next trade would probably been here. The 2 best trades are this one and this one here. This one here would have been like a little scalp entry. Would have been another entry. This would have been another 80 pips. That's not bad. So these are just entries in the market. This one here, because this one here, it pulls back here, pulls back, and then we're here. So if it comes back here, see, this is what we're looking for. If it comes back to here, right, it's going to drop because it's a trend line bounce or a trend line rejection. See. So you have any questions on that?
Once again, it comes down to just being patient.
Right. You have to be patient. That's the key. The key is to be patient and let the setups come to you. You trade what you see, not what you feel. Let the setups come to you. It's like a tide coming in the beach. Tide comes in, goes out. Comes in, goes out. So you want to walk into the beach and let the water come to you. You don't want to go chasing the water. You know what I'm saying? So you wait. You wait on your hands and you wait on your hands and you wait till the trade setup comes. And once the trade setup comes, then you take action. And this is where action is. The trade setups are here. These are where we enter. See, this is an entry here, but this is not entering the crosses. Entering the crosses right here, nice entry right there. Boom, cross. This is on the cross. This is the close. This is the close of the candle. This candle right here. Let me open it up so you can see what I'm talking about. This candle right here closed right here. See that candle right there? This candle here closed below the 50 and retest. This is a perfect, this right here is a perfect explanation of close and retest. Why is that? Look at this. See this candle right here?
Mm-hmm.
This candle clearly closed below the 50, right?
Yeah.
And this retest, see this little wick came into the 50? It poked the 50. See that? Can you see it?
So then where would you enter?
Right here. Right here. Boom. When this candle closed, when this candle here closed, enter right here. Let me show you. I'm gonna do a replay and show you real quick. Watch this. Replay. I'm gonna play it right here. Okay. You ready? See? Watch this. I'm gonna replay. Watch. Okay, watch. Okay. Now, see this candle right here?
Yeah.
This candle closed below the 50, right? And watch the next candle come up and retest the 50. See that? See how this long wick?
How do you do that replay business?
Oh, here in replay. Let's cancel it. Watch this. Do it again. All right, where we at? We're right here, right? We're right here. This is where we at right here, right? This area right here. Where was the area that we saw the candles? Hold on a second. I have to go back and see. Hold on. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back and show you where we was at. That one right there, that other entry. It was, which one was it? Was it this one? I gotta write it in there so I'll know. I forgot what it was. It was 50. This one here. This here. This one. Second. Let's write this. This is the well, hold on a second. Where did I write that? I wrote that up here someplace. Let's see here. Close below. Yeah, that's a crosses there. Okay, so it's probably this one here. I think it's this one here. This one. I made it bigger. It's this one here. This candle here. It closed below the 50. It's only one of these candles here. This one here. This is the area here. So this is the close below, right? And retest area, right? So I'm gonna replay. I'm gonna replay this area right here because we'll know what it is because this is what we want here. See, right here. Okay. So let's go. Open it up again. Open it up. Right, open it like this. And the replay button's here, right? The bar replay. And let me go here. So I put the bar. So I click replay.
Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
No worries. Okay. So now we're gonna go back, and here's the close below and retest area. So remember, we said that we want to enter here when this candle here closes. Remember, the candle closed on the red below. So I'm going to pick the replay button here, right? Replay button's here, and I'm gonna go a couple of candles before this happens, right? Because I want to show you what happens. Let's go here. Let's go right there, right? All right. So now I'm coming over here, and this is where we want to take the trade. So let's pretend the trade is happening and we was watching it, right? So trade's happening. Okay. Now you see what happened there? This candle here closed below the 50, which is the white.
The retest.
Then this is the retest candle right here. This is the retest candle right here. That's the retest right here. This little wick right here.
Right.
Let's open it up so you can see. Open, so you can see, right? You see that this little long tail here,
Mm-hmm.
and the 50's right here, right? This 50's right here, the little white line 50. So it came all the way up here, retest, and then so this interest are going to be right here on the retest. That's where we get into the trade right there. That's going to be our entry right here, right there. So we would enter right here, see, entry. And then let's see what it does. Enter trade there, right? And let's see what happens. See? Let me make it smaller so we can see. So you can see what's happening. Now look what happened. It broke below the 200. It didn't quite retest it, but it broke below the 200. You're not always going to get a retest, but it broke below the 200. And then you see it's going down, right? A little bit. Oh, then this had rejection here. This is like a little support level here. But if you look at the overall scheme of things, this would have been a support level here, because you're hoping that it would come down here, see? But didn't. It stopped right here. See where it stopped? It stopped right here. It ran out of gas right there. You see? So you would have got in here, and you'd have taken it past 200, and then you would have just kind of held it until you see where it's stalling. Because once it came here, it started reverse, and it came back to 200. So once it closed below 200, you could have taken your profit here and got out. Depends on how, because you don't know if support's coming here or not. See, you don't know that. You could look left and see, but you don't know. It just happened in right here. It reversed right here. So how will we know that? Well, we wouldn't know that. So you're like, well, what do I do? Well, you got this trade here from here to here. So you just trade it to 200. You trade it to the 200. So I jump in here and I just get, well, that's 40 pips. That's 45 pips. Remember, you're scalping. So you could take that. That's still good profit. Or you could take it down to here. Get out. But you won't know if it's down here. I take it to here and down here somewhere. Or what is your goal? 20, 30, 40 pips? So my goal is to get 40 pips a day in gold. That's my goal. My goal should be 20 pips.
And
if I get 20 pips,
yeah.
if I get 20 pips, I'm good, right? 20 pips, right? And 20 is right here. I got that big time. My goal is to get, let's say my goal, what is my, and then this is part of your training plan. My goal is to get my goal is to get 30 pips every trade. Once you get 30 pips, you get out. That's your goal. I don't care about 40, 50, 60. My goal is to get 30 pips. If I get 30 pips, I get out. And how many I got? I got, well, 40. But 30's right here, 30's right there, 30's right. I'm out right here, I'm out.
Scout 40 is damn good.
Right. So what you want to do is this. I want 4, that's being greedy. I get 4 trades a day, 3 per day, 3 trades a day of 30 pips, right? And then I am done for the day.
Yeah.
So that means that I'm gonna get Sunday 30 pips, right? Monday 30 pips, Tuesday 30 pips. If I see a setup. If I don't see a setup, I don't trade. Follow? Wednesday 30 pips. Thursday, right? 30 pips. And Friday. I mean, Friday we take a break. We don't trade Friday. Take a break. If you don't see a setup on Monday, Tuesday, then you trade Friday. You see, then put Friday question mark. But if you get 30 pips, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 trades a day, a week you can do. And if you really want to get a consistent one, just do two. Do two. That's 10 trades a week to get and started it. If you can win 20, if you got 10 trades, you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 trades a week. So if you can follow the setup, if you can find the setup, then you'll win. You only trade the setups. Where are the nice entries? A nice entries is this. This is a beautiful entry right here. This would have been beautiful right here. This right here would have been beautiful. This is beautiful. If you could get this here, if you can wait for this, you're not going to get it all the time. You're not going to get it all the time, but if you can get it, this is entry here. This is beautiful here, right here. Nice. Nice entry. I got 2 crosses. This would have been it. This is a trade here. Wait. This is a nice trade here. Wait, close and retest, close below and retest. And this over here. You see. Those would have been what you wanted. That's what you want. Those are the trades. So if you can be patient and wait for that trade, then you'll be good to go. You see, that's what you want.
Yeah, those are nice entries for sure.
Yeah, that's what you want. If you can wait and see that, that's what you want to get. That's the key. The key is to get that. That's what we want. So if you can wait for the setups, and you can wait for those setups, then that's what you want, because that's gonna govern what we need to do. See, that's the key. Key is to sit and wait for those setups. So do you have any questions on that?
I can see that is the patience. That's the patience.
Because if you can wait for the setups to come, then the price is going to reward you because you've waited for the setups. That's what you want. So you don't want to jump into a trick. And I know it's kind of hard to, oh, I see you're jumping into a trade. But if we jump into a trade and we chase price, then we're not going to be able to get, that's when we lose. When we don't follow the rules, then we lose. So it depends on, what time you're trading, gold, or like I said, gold moves at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then it moves in the afternoon, depending on, what's happened. But, if you set on the charts, you can't sit on the charts the whole day. Okay, we get that. But if people are working 9 to 5, then you can say, well, what's the best time for you to trade? Because that's what you have to look at. When do you have time to sit down and trade? You can get 30 pips in gold any day of the week. You can see in Asia that you can get 30 pips in gold. See? You can get it. You just gotta, when you have time to trade. London, New York, and you may not, and sometimes, see, some people might not be able to trade every day. This is Sunday every day. This is Sunday, this is every day, but you have to pick the times that you can trade. That's what's important. Because if you can pick the times you can trade, then trade comfortably with no interruptions and to do your analysis. But this is why you do your analysis at the beginning of the week, so you can have an idea what's happening with the market. See, this is what the market's going to do.
Never really done the analysis before, like say on a Sunday, beginning of the week, and that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's good to do the analysis at the beginning of the week because you can get an idea of what's going on, or do analysis at the beginning of the session. But this is what the session is looking here. So I would think that it's going to do one of these two things. It has to come up to the. I would like to see it come up to the trend line and bounce off the 5-minute trend line rejection, or close in below the 800 EMA. But now remember, this is what the market closed on Friday. So when it opened up today, we got to see what it does. It's gonna. I mean, you never know. It might gap. It might open up. It might open up below the 800. And if it does, if it goes down there, then it has to fill up that gap. So then we're gonna notice it's gonna have to go back up. So this, remember, this is the 5-minute time frame, and remember, we know that gold is bearish, so we should be looking for sells. Anything that's a buy is just a retracement, but it has to be a powerful retracement for me to get into a buy or not. You know, I want to see, if I see the orange, if I see the 13 and 50 cross up, then I'll be looking for a buy. But then you're looking, we're going to take it to, well, you're going to take it to either, you're either going to take it to this level. Because remember, this was an entry. So I can delete that. But actually, no, you don't have to delete that, because that's like a resistance line there, see? That's why I drew that. The resistance right here. So you will want to take it up to here. Not this here, but someplace up here. And that level right there. This level right there, what level is that? That's 1911. That's a support line right there, or actually resistance. So if it comes way up here, then I would be looking to take it back down, because you're looking for resistance, support. You're looking for places in the market where it's resisting or support. You see, that's where you want to get into the market. But if you can wait till the market opens up and then get in there, that's what you kind of want to do. You want to look at those markets to see, how you can get in those markets at the right time. That's precision. But if you can wait, that's the key. I mean, that really is, because the trading is 85%, probably 90% emotion, 90% risk management, 90%, feelings, that type of thing. The other 10% is just analysis. It's just, can you take it if you are losing? Can you take it if you're winning? That type of thing. And you have to be, patient. The key word is patient.
Patience. Yep,
Patience is the key. That's what it is. It's not even, it's just, it's your nerves, it's emotions, it's confidence, it's focus, dedication. Those are the main things in trading. If you can master those things, then the other part will be fine, because you'll be okay with taking a trade. Okay, well, the trade will go in the wrong direction. Well, it's part of retracement, because you look at the overall trend of the market and you see that okay, well, it's definitely going in a downtrend or uptrend or whatever else, and then you can kind of go from there and see. That's the key.
Yeah. And I think another takeaway for me is make sure I'm not entering any counter trend trades, unless, like you said, you get those strong crossovers.
Think of this. Think of it like this. Your entries are going to be when the crosses are. Your entries are going to be where the candles close below and retest. Those are your entries. Your entries should be here. See, remember, if I get a break and retest at the 5-minute, support EMA below, then I take a sell down. Right. So this would have been an entry here. Not only did the nice entry cross, but what happened? It closed below. It closed below the 13. I mean, crosses is one thing. That's one confluence. The second confluence is that it crossed below. It not crossed, but it closed below the 13, and it retested, and it closed below the 50. So it's closing below 3 EMAs. That's beautiful. But even if it closes below 2 EMAs, that's still beautiful. Because remember, you're looking for a downtrend. Once you see a cross, let's say we missed this cross. Oh man, we missed it. We missed this cross here. What do? We wait for a retracement, a pullback. Where's the pullback? Pullback is here, right? So if I miss this here, let me draw. I'm gonna draw my man here. Here's my man. My man here. Android man. Oh, we do it for a lady. Ladies here, right? So ladies here waiting for the bus, right? She misses the bus, right? What's she gonna do? She's gonna wait. She's gonna walk to the next bus stop. Where's the next bus stop is when price comes back to the white line. So where's that at? This is the bus stop here. She missed the bus. Bus is moving along, and missed it. So what do? Do you run after the bus? No, right? You don't run after the bus. The bus is here, the crossover. So what I wait. Where's the next time price comes to the white line? Over here, right? So she just gotta walk a little bit further, right? And wait right here. And then what happened? Price. So how long she had to wait? All these little candles, right?
Mhm.
Till it came back here. So now she had to wait. So you missed the bus at 8:40. The next bus comes at 10:40. So you gotta wait 2 hours. So you really gotta be patient, right?
Yeah.
But what happens after 2 hours, you get an entry and then you come down. So let's say you miss this entry. Then what do? You wait until price comes back to the white line. Well, it's to the white line here, but did it close below the white line? No. So you wait. So since it didn't close below the white line, because it came back here, really, it came back here. So you could have got in here, but this is a short little scalp. So, but this is what you wanted to be here. So where the lady is where you wanted to be. That's the lady right there. Those are the perfect entries for the lady to enter the bus. The lady could have entered the bus here, right? That would have been that'd have been okay. It's okay. Because it's retracement. But the closing below would have been here. So that's only 2 candles. That's not a lot. So that would have been a nice entry right there. I probably wouldn't want that too tight. I would have wanted this entry here, where the lady is, right? That's where the lady is right there. And entry right here. And a possible entry could be here. There might be one here. Depends on what happens. There's one right here, possible. Right there, possible. But I like this entry here, or if it comes up here, if it comes here, it comes here, or it comes here. I like those entries better. I'd wait till price do that. Or I'd wait till price break and close below here, like I said here, and take it down to the downside. See that? Because that way it's breaking below here. And then if it comes down, if price somehow or another comes down to here, if it breaks the trend line, the daily trend line, it's going down to the support line. And I would put a order right here and wait for it to come back up. You see?
Better to look at the major.
Because you're entering at a major support line. Remember, this is the D1. And if you jump down to the daily time frame, you see where it is. See? You see where she would have got in at. Right, see that? It's kind of jumbled up because it's on a lower time frame, but on a higher time frame actually. But that's where the entry would be for that if you want to get in there. So that's kind of how I would break down gold. Because when you look at gold and you say, well, how can I get in? Those are the entries. The entries that we are looking at are based on technical analysis. So this is what the markets did. So since the markets did this, then we wait and then we watch the market, see what happens. That's what you want to do, you see. So do you have any questions on that?
With a lot of clarity, makes sense.
So again, the key word is patience.
Patience.
You have to have patience, because if you don't have patience, no matter how many times you watch the videos, or how many times I work with you, or how many times you trade, you're gonna rush the trades because you're letting the emotions get to you. So trading has to be emotionless. Trading has to be you can't have feelings in it. You can't, you gotta let the market come to you. And remember, if you don't have a setup, then you don't take it.
Yeah.
Break and close and retest is powerful. That's powerful. You can get a break and close and retest if you can get a break and close retest of a major support resistance, or break and close retest of an EMA, and you know the trend's going down, then it's really good. You always want to look to see what the you always want to see what the overall trend on the higher time frames are. The higher time frames will tell you what the trend is. So if you have a trend of the higher time frames, then you look for setups. You look for strong sell setups. And once you get the strong sell setups, then you want to go from there, you see?
Right, that makes sense, John.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter of just, it's a matter of looking at the whole picture.
I blew my account, so I gotta wait a couple days before I can fund again. So unfortunately, I won't be in on this. Well, I'll go in my demo. I'll trade it demo and see what I come up with.
Yeah, like maybe sometime next week. Like I said, I was starting to trade live with a few people that I've like been working with myself, just to try to see, you know, they can be in demo, whatever else. I have some I sent you the link to the YouTube thing. Did I send that to you?
The link from what, sorry?
I have let's see that. I'm sorry if I didn't do that. I thought I did. Let's see. There's a YouTube channel I have. Did I send this to you?
You sent me 2 videos so far. The gold.
Okay, let me send you the yeah, I'm gonna send you this here, and go ahead and subscribe. I think somebody subscribed to it. I'm not sure. I think somebody did, but
I think I did, because I think I saw
okay.
some other videos.
Okay, I'm gonna send this this link to you. This is the my YouTube channel. But I've got a lot of good stuff on here. Like I've gone over some, there's a couple of live trading sessions here. Live trading session there. Live. How to use EMA. That might have been I did with you. I'm not sure. Might have been, I'm not sure. But I've uploaded some other stuff here. Here's a gold, see, Forex Analysis gold. That might have been with the indicator I have, but just another, so I got some live ones on here. Because sometimes I use my indicator. There's another indicator I use. This other one, there's a nice one here. The paid one, that's another one I use. But it helps me with higher highs, higher lows. But you don't necessarily need that. Like I said, you're using the EMAs and using price action. So like I said, I have some other videos. What's this one? Other videos there. Yeah, these other videos I have. I have some other videos here, but they're pretty good. I'm trying to build them up. You know, I'm building more. It was once music videos at first when I started doing it, but that was like I was not really looking at the YouTube channel. But now I'm getting more into, you know, doing more Forex stuff. So I'm posting more Forex stuff on here, but trying to get people to look at it. I mean, they're long videos, but I got to try to make them smaller. But I've having a hard time doing that because, you know, you got the people that make the small little videos and they make them short and whatnot. But I tend to like get into deep analysis. So I think most people's attention span is only like 20 minutes. So it's kind of hard to break this down 20 minutes, but then like if you look at the whole video, I can probably chop it down to 10 minutes. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, let me just do like sections, 10-minute section of this, 10-minute section of this, not to put too much information, because there's another guy I was working with earlier. It just like wants to find some general things. And I was explaining to him about, you know, resistance support. Support and resistance is strong. If you can understand that and grasp it and understand the trend lines and all the other little tools that can help you out, then, you know, like I said, you're going to lose some trades with some trades. But like this would have been a winning trade here. If you would have got in here, this would have been it right here. This and this. That's all you needed. You needed this trade and this trade. It just, you know, you got 5-minute time frame, so you wait until price comes to this trend line, and then boom, you have enough, you know, you have enough strength to take the trade.
Makes sense. Let me know what I do. I mean, because most of the videos I can't watch in one shot, so I break them down. And
yeah, break them down, yeah, and that's what it's for.
They're very good videos.
Yeah, I
Very,
appreciate it. Yeah, break them down, take notes. I might even try to do something where I get people to look at the videos and then they come up with questions, Q&A, and I'll do like a Zoom call with some people, a Q&A, and just because I just create all these videos and then like, okay, what Q&A? You look at the videos for a month, and then you come with questions, basic questions for me to answer, so I can get us on the Zoom call and do that. But I'm trying to see other ways to see how I can help people. But
I definitely,
is what.
I'll definitely be interested in that.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what's going on because I think that if people can, like, there's another young lady that I worked with on, I don't know which videos it was, but I was on there and I was showing them NAS, and I was showing them where to take a trade, not telling them to take it, showing them where I would take it, where's a possibility to take it. And it was a live market, and we traded, and she traded it. I mean, I didn't tell her to trade it, but she traded it and she made some money on it. But then I was asking, okay, do you understand why you make money on it? So not just to trade, but take it in a live environment. So I want to do a live environment one day, maybe 2 days a week, and then try to see if people can actually, oh, well, you can take trades off this, because if you traded where the lady is, if you caught this trade here, you'd be in profit. There's no way you would not be in profit if you took this trade right here, right in here. There's no way. This here would have been the first profit here. If you took this trade here, you'd have been in profit.
Yeah, I mean, let me know once you get the group live trading going as well. Because I mean, sometimes you just want to be able to talk through things with people.
Right, talk them out. Right, that's the whole point. Talking things out. That always helps. Most of these classes I do with yourself and other people, they've helped me out a lot, because like whenever I lose, I don't do what I'm supposed to do. Like that's what happens. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, then you're gonna lose out. You know what I'm saying? So if you follow the rules, then you'll be good. That's the whole key. The whole key is becoming consistent and focused. If you can become focused and laser focused, and you can become that way, then you can do that. That's the whole key. That's what we want to do. Yeah.
London or
Yeah. But that's the key, though. The key is to do that.
And John,
Yes.
when is your live session? When do you guys usually meet? Is it London or?
It depends. I'm still trying to put that together, because there's some people that can't trade London, some people that can't trade New York. So I was in another group that I was in, but they, some people have fell off. I won't say fell off. They just got busy, or they gave up, or whatever else. So it's still kind of in the works. But I think, like, if I do a paid subscription, because some people say, oh, $75 for an hour, but that's not going to be that, because it's like, okay, well, I know, like I said, extra stuff. I know a few of those people, because what we do here is one-on-one, so it's different. But when you're in a group setting, you don't really have enough time. I mean, you can ask questions, but you can't really go in depth like we do here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a little different, but still gives you a little overview of something you can use. Like, so if I was doing, like, this would have been a nice thing to do in the group. I would have done this here, and I would have just kind of gave an overview, and then people could have taken this information and traded it on Sunday when the market opens up. What you have right here, you should be able to trade this on Sunday when Sunday, and another hour and a half when the market opens at 6 o'clock. It's going to do one of these two things. It's either going to go up here and do this. It's going to do one of these two things. So what I like to do sometimes is I like to mark up a pair that I'm not going to trade, and then go back and look to see if it did what I told it was going to do. And most times it will. Like this gold, I'm not going to touch this gold today. I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna come back on Monday and see what happens. And then I guarantee you that it's going to do one of these two things. So you use all the tools. Like I say, if you get a double top if you get a crossover on a 4-hour time frame, it's most likely you're gonna get a crossover somewhere on a 15-minute time frame. Say, but if you get a crossover on a 15-minute time frame, on a 4-hour time frame, then you're looking for longer holds. Then you can hold it longer because it's a bigger time frame. The 15-minute time frame, 5 minutes for scalping. But if you can get 100 pips on gold Remember, the goal is to get 30 pips. If you can get 30 pips, then you're good. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
for sure.
That's the key. So I'll leave you with that. I got another video here. This is a video I did with this other guy here. That was today. I think I'm gonna call it something else. But once I finish with the video, I'm gonna upload the video I did with him, and I'll send you the video that I did with you. And then you can kind of go back and look to see what's happening, what's going on, you know.
Yeah, definitely good on that. All right, good stuff. Thank you so much once again.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Like I said, I will give you these videos, and then just, you know, carve some time out, and you know, see what you got, and then kind of go from there.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too. You too as well. Bye-bye. Let's see.